Guitars can be expensive, and for some people, a budget can be a barrier that keeps them from ever getting started on their guitar journey. But what about buying a guitar off Temu? If you're not familiar, Temu is a place where you can buy pretty much anything for super cheap prices. Take a look at this acoustic guitar. It probably costs a couple $100, right? Nope, $30. I actually bought this acoustic guitar, and in this video, we're gonna see how this cheap Temu guitar compares to more expensive guitars, like this $500 Alvarez and this $1,000 Cordoba. Okay, here's the thing. It's been 8 months since I bought this guitar off Temu, but I promise I took good care of it. Sort of. Yeah, don't worry about this big hole here. It shipped fine, all in one piece. Kids got to it before I could. Wow, it just smells like wood glue and like the wood section of Home Depot. So this is a 6-string, steel string style acoustic guitar. It has this kind of cutout here so you can get up on the higher frets, so it's a fairly modern kind of thing. I mean, I gotta say, it's like fairly smooth, like everything is like finished, you know, to an extent. This top seems pretty smooth, all the sides, you know, they got like kind of the binding sort of look going on. This guitar seems very painted. I think it's supposed to look like this is some sort of dark wood, but I think it's just painted. I have no idea what this is made out of. I would just assume the cheapest wood possible. Okay, on the face of the guitar, kind of by the sound hole, I'm seeing some smudging or like imperfections in the wood. Okay, so okay, this fretboard. It's only $30. It's only a $30 guitar. I only spent $11 on it. But, okay, let's take a look at this fretboard together. Right around here, look at all this. There's like some discoloration on the fretboard. And this fretboard was very clearly painted because like the edges of these frets have black paint. Back when I was in college, I had a classical guitar that was super cheap and it had a painted fretboard, and after just a couple semesters of classical guitar, like on these lower frets, a lot of the paint was wearing away. It kind of looked cool, it looked like kind of like a relic thing, but I'm sure with a guitar like this, if you play it for probably 6 months to a year regularly, this paint's gonna start rubbing off and you're gonna see like lighter wood color under here. Tuners are coming out. The tuners are coming out. That's not a big deal. I think if I were to loosen up the string, I'm sure I could just push that in. It doesn't really affect anything. But the tuners feel pretty good, actually. They're pretty solid. I think the tuners are probably like the best part of the guitar. The action feels a little bit high, so let me show you that. It's not terrible though. How's the neck angle or the neck curvature? Oh man, that neck. It's like, oh man, that's crazy. Here it's like flat, and then right around, I don't know, 8th fret or lower, it just dips and it goes. So like frets 4, 5, and 6 are all below sea level. If we say this is sea level, like it's below that. I wish you could adjust the truss rod. I really do, because if I fret the 1st fret and I fret the highest fret, I have 0 play at the 12th fret. That is taut. I'd say from an overall quality control kind of perspective, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 10, just because just weird imperfections all around. Let's see how it sounds. Beautiful. Obviously it's not in tune. I wouldn't expect it to be in tune. No big deal there. We'll just tune it real quick. Man, it's a punchy sounding guitar though. It's loud too. That's actually kind of nice. Man, it sounds kind of nice. Like, in the sense of like it's punchy and powerful and kind of aggressive sounding. So this guitar, this is like a small guitar to me. So let me get a normal size guitar. So this is a normal size guitar, and if I compare it to this one, you kind of see the difference here. I mean, okay, so here it is side by side. I mean, wow, look at that. there's really obvious a difference there. And the thing with acoustic guitars is that the sound is very dependent on the body of the guitar. And so you would expect with a smaller guitar that the tone is going to sound smaller. That's the sound of the guitar would sound smaller and kind of boxy, but I don't know, kind of doesn't. It's interesting. I gotta mic this up. So, okay, it's a little boxy, but not as bad as I would have thought it was. So probably the most difficult thing to play on an acoustic guitar are bar chords. And so let's see how this goes. So maybe we'll start with an A major bar chord. Not too bad. How about a G major? The B string is a little tricky for me. Maybe that's just me. There we go. F, the most difficult bar chord on the guitar. Hey. So an F bar chord is possible on this guitar. Now that we've taken a look at the Temu guitar, let's see how it compares to more expensive guitars, starting with this $500 Alvarez. This is an Alvarez 5022, was made in Japan in 1978. This guitar has been in my family longer than me, and I still remember strumming this thing as a kid. It's a nice sounding guitar. It's a nice guitar. This is fun. I haven't played this guitar in forever. That's nice. That's really nice. To my ear, there's a resonance and sparkle to this guitar that the Temu guitar just doesn't have. Let's go to the $1,000 level with this Cordoba C10 classical guitar. This is the guitar that carried me through my junior and senior recitals in music school. It has a cedar top and they say it's handmade. Slowly, just like the most cliche Spanish sounding thing ever. Okay, so this is my Cordoba C10. This is a classical guitar, so not a steel string guitar. It has nylon strings and really isn't worth comparing to a steel string guitar because they're just not the same things. But I want to bring this into the review just so you can hear the resonance and the low end that this guitar has. This is definitely one of my favorite guitars. But yeah, I just want to show you how different guitars can have different resonances and things. What do you think? How does a Temu guitar compare to more expensive guitars? To my ear, the Temu guitar definitely sounds more two-dimensional than the more expensive guitars. It's just a little bit more, I don't know, plain or basic sounding. But I mean, for 30 bucks, I think it sounds pretty good. But I did find an issue with this guitar that could be a deal breaker. Oh boy. So the intonation is pretty far off. So basically what's happening is even if you tune a string, if you play the 12th fret, which should be that same note, just an octave higher, it's actually coming out that note, but just way sharp for pretty much all the strings, which means that this bridge saddle is just a little bit too far this way. It just needs to come back a little bit. We could probably file this saddle down a little bit, but I don't think it would be enough. But as of now, I think this guitar is just going to be a little out of tune sounding, especially as you play higher up on the neck. So I'm capable of pretty high, playing up pretty high, and honestly those high strings, I mean, they're not totally locked in, but they weren't like too bad. It sounded okay, but that low E string is just Okay, so even on the low frets, it's having a little bit of trouble staying, like, with intonation. So it's pretty sharp even on these lower frets, which is a little bit of a bummer. Man, it really takes the fun out of playing when everything you play is out of tune. If you could just find a way to somehow, I don't know, get that back farther. I mean, the saddle is leaning a little bit from the tension of the strings. I don't know if it could be shimmed just to kind of kick back. Maybe that would do it. I don't have very high expectations for this. Oh yeah, there's a ton of play in that saddle. Just with these cheap guitars and just not being able to change strings. Oh man. Like pulling a tooth. Wait, it's going now. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all that gunk. This should be a lot easier to do this next time. It's either paint. I don't think it's glue. I was thinking maybe they put a little drop of glue on there or something. I'm just going to do this with each one. Okay, so we got all the strings out. You just pull those pins out and then just pull the string right out. And here is the saddle that I'm talking about. So it's kind of loose in here. And if I can get a good shot, well, at any rate, you can kind of see how it kind of goes side to side. And so when the strings are on it, it's going kind of this way. And so I'm going to try to shim it and keep it so that it kind of goes more to the back. And typically these saddles on acoustic guitars, they just come right out. And if your action was too high, like take a file, just kind of file it down. That way it would like lower the strings. Or you could even file more of an edge, help with the intonation, which could do. For now, I just want to focus on just shimming it and seeing if that does anything. I mean, I just don't, I think it's the amount that we need to adjust for. I just think it's going to be too much. Even with filing and shimming and all that, I think it's just going to be too much. Okay, let's use this. Skizzers. So this goes here. This is a lot of work. I'm not necessarily suggesting anyone should necessarily do this, but I want to try it. I want to see if this does anything. Because if this does do a significant amount, then maybe filing it or a different saddle could be an option. Like that. Good enough. Just good enough for now. Okay. Well, the saddle looks straighter. I mean, it looks a little more upright. I don't know. Let's see. Here's E. Oh, I mean, it is so sharp. Oh. I don't think any amount of filing. I mean, you're gonna need a really frustrating. I want to say that this could be a really good beginner guitar. Ah, that intonation. How's the G? I mean, dude, that is... There's literally no modification that's worth the money for this guitar to get the intonation better. Bummer. I feel like you could find a used acoustic guitar for like $100 that's not gonna have these issues. It's just tough. When you get in that sub $100 range, it's just hard to find stuff that's dependable. I just have a hard time recommending this. It's so close though. Man, it's so close. So playability, I probably would have given it a 6 or a 7. Oh shoot, I said it. No. Oh no. Why? Playability, I would have said, I mean, I would have given it a 6 out of 10, honestly. But because of the intonation thing, I don't know, a 3, a 2. I mean, you can't even play the 3rd fret without it being already sounding out of tune, and that's just not going to work. So I really wanted to recommend this guitar, but I just don't think I can. bummer. It's a long shot, but I figured I might as well at least try filing the saddle and see if this guitar can be salvaged. There we go. Good enough. By filing the saddle, I'm moving the point where the string touches the saddle back ever so slightly. Essentially, I'm making the string a little bit longer, and this could fix the intonation issue on this guitar. I have this bridge filed down kind of a lot. It's coming to a nice edge right there. So I'm just gonna leave it like this and see what happens. With the saddle filed, it was time to put the strings back on the guitar and see if this worked. I also used bits of guitar string to shin the saddle more securely. Okay, it's not perfect, but I mean, this saddle feels really solid, so I don't know. This is all just one big experiment, so. Here's the open E string and 12th fret. So if anything, it's actually a little bit flat now, which is crazy because I wouldn't have thought that filing the bridge would have even come close to getting it like that adjusted. I can't believe how big of a difference filing the saddle made. I bet if you put in the time, you could get it dialed in pretty well. But there is another issue. But now the problem is, so like if 12th fret is a little bit flat, watch what happens when I play the 3rd fret. It wants to go pretty sharp. And so, but after filing the saddle, I think it sounds good enough that if you needed a super cheap guitar, I mean for 30 bucks, if you're willing to put in a little time and effort, this could be an okay beginner guitar. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you want to see me review an electric guitar that I bought off Temu, check out this video right here. I even smashed the guitar at the end.